Welcome to the latest edition of RPPV News, bringing you stories from across the Mornington Peninsula. I'm Katie Sharp, and here are top items. In less than 4 weeks, Planning Minister Richard Wynne must make a decision on AGL's proposal for a gas import jetty and pipeline at Crib Point. This week, the Mornington Peninsula community formed an unprecedented coalition of 28 local businesses, community organisations and environment groups to send the following strong message to both the government and the AGL board. They do not want this gas plant.
There are two main really big reasons, and one is that Western Port is a recovering wetland, and wetlands are renowned to store carbon, and it's full of life. It's absolutely loaded with fish and endangered shorebirds, migrating birds, and whales and dolphins and seals and pelicans and all kinds of marine life that are here. It's a marine life sanctuary. It's a Ramsar wetland. It's a biosphere, designated biosphere, UNESCO biosphere. And to begin with, so to in any way compromise that goes in these days, in this day and age, with climate change and so on, is completely wrong. And on top of that, to have a new fossil fuel infrastructure built anywhere, but let alone in a wetland, it's a double fail.
The groups and the Mayor gathered at the site of the proposed gas plant to deliver an open letter and video to Minister Wynne, detailing the concerns about the threats posed by the plant to the local marine and coastal environment and to the amenity of nearby townships. RPPV was there.
Yes, there's so many people here who want this stopped. Our community is speaking, and it's up to us to listen, and we're really pushing this message right through to the state government to put a stop to this.
Crib Point used to have a BP oil refinery, which is behind us. That closed in 1985. It's been vacant for 35 years. It's an industrial wasteland. The AGL project will just bring back industrialisation to Crib Point, and we would rather have renewable energy or botanic coastal gardens to reclaim the area around Crib Point and use it for a better purpose than a gas facility.
Chlorine into the water is huge. Chlorine is used in our cleaning environments now just to kill all sorts of bacteria. Chlorine kills everything it comes in contact with. The fish in our bay, the biodiversity is all at risk.
It's a way bigger. It's the size. It's nearly twice the size of the MCG. It's about the height of a 17-story building. It's nearly 300 metres long, and not only that, the onshore infrastructure will be 2 or 3 times worse than this. Then there'll be a pipeline that runs, an APA pipeline that runs from here to Pakenham through Victoria's one of the most prolific food bowls in Victoria.
We've just got to keep talking. We've got to keep pushing this line and letting them know that the community is speaking up solidly on this one, and we want to stop to it. Pushing the federal government as well to make that decision to get behind us and really shut this down.
Things are heating up at Frankston Council, mere months after an almost entirely new council was elected. After weeks of reprimands and pushbacks, much of it via social media, a resolution was made at this week's council meeting to apply for an internal arbitration process, alleging multiple acts of misconduct on the part of Councillor Stephen Hughes. The acts are in relation to Facebook posts he made in February and March, in which he compared decisions by the council to a style of government comparable to the former Soviet Union and North Korea. 5 more level crossings are to be removed from the Frankston line this year. Boom gates will go in Chelsea, Bonbeach and Edithvale, all of which will receive brand new stations. The old stations will close when major construction begins in mid-2021, during which time trains will run express through the 3 stations. The entire line will close for 2 months in the spring, when buses will replace trains between Mordialloc and Frankston. The Wominjeka Balnarring Ngagi is next weekend. This free community festival is to honour and celebrate First Peoples cultures, with musicians and dancers, bush tucker, arts and crafts and Indigenous storytelling, along with workshops, market stalls and local foods. The festival gets its name from the local Bunurong words Wominjeka, meaning welcome, and Ngagi, meaning festival. It will be held on Saturday the 13th of March from 11 a.m. in Robertson Park on Balnarring Beach, home to Bunjil's Nest. All are welcome. And Clean Up Australia Day is here again. This Sunday, groups all around the peninsula and Frankston will be picking up litter on our beaches and in our parks. To find and join your nearest cleanup, go to cleanupaustraliaday.org.au. And now to the coming week's weather report.
Hi guys, it's me Bampy and I'm going to be your guest weather ghoul again this week for the RPP News. Welcome back to my dungeon. Let's have a look at the next 7-day weather forecast. Today, we have a low of 10 degrees with a high of 21, some cloudiness in the mornings, but they will be moving along for a sunny afternoon. Tomorrow, we have a low of 10 degrees, a high of 25, partly cloudy, and sun protection is recommended. The UV index will be reaching an 8, which is very high. So you might want to crawl back into your coffins or you'll end up like my friend Dusty here. On Monday, we have a low of 13 degrees, a high of 23, cloudy, and it's also International Women's Day. On Tuesday, we have a low of 12 degrees, a high of 20, cloudy, and that UV index is still quite high, so make sure you get out your SPF 1000 and slip, slop, slap. On Wednesday, we have a low of 12 degrees, a high of 21, partly cloudy. Thursday, we have a low of 11 degrees, a high of 23 and also partly cloudy. And then Friday, we'll be finishing up our week with a low of 12 degrees and a high of 21. From me and Dusty, that's it for this week. So until next time, you have a bloody good day.
We now cross to Muzz with the Surf Report.
Morning guys, Muzz here again with this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. We're into autumn now and temperatures dropped pretty rapidly, but hasn't produced the waves we wanted. This entire week looks like it's going to be onshore probably until Sunday, and even in that outlook there's only Sundays looking there's going to be decent waves, so very disappointing. Last Sunday was very good, exceptionally good groundswell, but a one-day wonder, and I don't know about you guys, but it was probably as busy as I've ever seen it, so it was quite ridiculous how many people are in the water. So this Sunday being a long weekend, I'm assuming it's going to be about the same. So although this Sunday the swell won't be as big, so outlook is you'll get waves in Western Port through till about Saturday, but it's going to be onshore every day. Sunday will go offshore, but after that, again, it looks like we're going to get another run of southerly winds. So disappointing start to autumn, but it is what it is.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bring you the news from coast to coast across the Mornington Peninsula. I'm Katie Sharp. See you for the next edition.
Western Port Bay is one of the great natural wonders of Victoria. It's home to an amazing array of wildlife, stunning natural habitats and idyllic beaches. Western Port's wetlands are so important that they're protected by an international convention. Birds such as the critically endangered eastern curlew migrate here each year after flying thousands of kilometres from their breeding ground in Siberia. An amazing feat. This is where AGL wants to build an industrial gas plant and a 55-kilometre pipeline, which will run through the heart of prime natural habitat and farmland. Our community has said loud and clear, we don't want it. We believe this gas plant and pipeline risks everything we love and hold dear about Western Port Bay. We believe that it threatens our precious marine and coastal environment, the rare and endangered plants and animals who call Western Port home, our climate, local tourism, our local roads and the amenity of our much-loved Western Port townships. We have a marine and coastal environment here that is truly special. Western Port deserves better. So please, protect our precious bay. Say no to AGL's gas plan.